Lagos, Nigeria. Meet your debaters. For Monday, it's Akilo Charles versus Ogunaye Ayomide.
Former governors from taking government appointments opens a wider pool.
And Emmanuel Bethel versus Uzonwanne Emmanuel.
When I've been with the political agenda, 19 has led to over 5 million deaths worldwide.
On Tuesday, Jonas Faustina versus Ogenega Magrimo and Stephen Aniebet versus Minanengyiofori.
They are sent to school so that we can be able to break down areas of culture.
So imagine how good the economy will be and families widely practiced.
On Wednesday, Theophilus will meet Jewel Inua at 4 p.m. and at 5, Oluwalade Demilade faces Claire Maker. On Thursday, Ladimeji Deniola will go head-to-head with Mary Uke Asha. And at 5, Daniela Ogaga will face Richard Naomi.
The audience, 5 million was told to bite you. No, because I can bite you anyhow.
Now they're denying the fact that the rules are actually bad and you will need a...
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. 32 debaters, now 16, one winner, 1 million naira. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join the contestants, Femi Obong-Daniels and me as we travel this journey together. Supported by Obiwisi and Booker Hut. For sponsorship, please call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. Welcome back, Lagos. Good evening to you, Nigeria, wherever you are listening from. This is Nigeria's I Beg to Differ Student Debate Competition Season 6. We are in the round of 16. This is day 2 of matches. We have come this far. You heard the 4 o'clock debaters go head to head. It is now time to hear from our debaters for this hour.
This is a debate between an Old Testament character and a New Testament character. One was a king who slay a giant, the other a martyr who was faithful to the end. Our debaters for this hour were first introduced to you in the playoffs when David Minanengyiofori argued that agriculture was a more viable economic option than oil for Nigeria. In the end, the Goliath he faced was slain. And Stephen Aniebet debated topic, the NBC is right to propose social media regulation. Many did not agree. They lined up to stone him to death. But in the end, he forgave them. And this particular Stephen survived. He's here again to do battle with the giants there.
That's right. And whether he survives this round remains to be seen. Dear debaters.
It'll be interesting. Very interesting matchup.
Truly. Well, you know the rules already. We will just delve right into it. I've got 2 folded pieces of paper in my palm. These will determine how you debate. Remember, you were told to prepare for both sides of the topic. I am shaking them now and you will each pick simultaneously.
We're streaming live, people. Go to Nigeria Info 99.3 and also to Nigeria Info on YouTube. If you had followed the earlier debate via our live stream, do not expect that the debate will continue on that same stream. Refresh your device now. A secondary stream is already up and running. Many thanks to our digital team, Tunde Abdul Rahman, and of course, our producers, Ken, Olamide, and all these guys working in close concert with our dearly beloved Sheriff Quadri, who is producing at every turn alongside the rest of our crew. Lagos, Nigeria, the world at large, it is time for this second debate.
We will now find out how these debaters picked Stephen Aniebet and Minanengyiofori David. I will start with you, Stephen.
I'm opposing.
You are opposing the motion. That leaves David with supporting the motion. Well, Lagos.
I saw the smile. The smile from the two. One seemed like a smile of satisfaction, and the other one seems like, oh, well.
Oh, not again. Why?
My heart was going the other way. It doesn't matter. These are brilliant minds. Whether you agree with what they are defending, what they are opposing, or opposing, it doesn't matter. It comes down to the criteria
That's
we
right.
have read out as to how we determine who wins here. And just so you are reminded, we are looking at a number of factors, right?
Like the number, the quality, and the originality of the points made. That is an underlying criteria, or criterion, if we might say that, that the judges look out for. So it's not about whose side is right. It's about who is able to produce a convincing argument.
Yeah. I mean, somebody might yet debate one day and say this country is not Nigeria, it's Togo. And if they marshal their points well, they will win. It will shock you.
Exactly. You know?
It's not whether Nigeria is Nigeria or Togo. The topic for this debate is the recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. Should it be? Should it not be? Well, David would argue that it should be reviewed. And Stephen would argue that it should not. May the best debater win.
To be or not to be, that is the question that will be answered now. We will start with the motion supporter. Minanengyiofori David, you are supporting motion that recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed.
Did we share their age? I think we let that out.
We got excited, I guess.
Yes. So David is 15 years of age, is in GS3, New Hall International School, Lekki. Stephen is 16, SS3, or more like Tech 3 student.
As David is as well.
Yes, of Government Technical College. So let's do this.
All right then, to be or not to be, it is time to find out what the answers are. David, your 3 minutes start now.
Solomon Lalong, Ibrahim Mansu, Dinamilai. These three people lost the confidence of the electorate who put them in seats, and they were attempted to be recalled, but due to the honorable nature of our recall process, all attempts failed. Good evening, moderators, panel of judges, accurate time people, my co-debater, my ever-listening audience. Jeffrey David is my name, a student of New Hall International School, and I'm arguing in favor of the motion which states the recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. In simple terms, recall is the process of removing a legislature from his seat before the end of his term. According to BBC News Pidgin, citizens are starting to wonder if it's possible to remove lawmakers from the seats. If the recall process is reviewed, it puts a little fear in the mind of these lawmakers as they know that they can be recalled easily. If at least one lawmaker is recalled, the rest would learn and sit up. Furthermore, the current recall process takes about 90 days just to conduct a referendum. The issue of corruption affects almost every part of Nigeria, and in the span of 90 days, INEC and these lawmakers will find a way to alter the results of the referendum. According to Law Party, there has not been any documented case of successful recall of a senator since the passing of the 1999 Constitution. Additionally, reviewing the recall process prevents abuse. There are lawmakers who literally sleep in the House of Assembly without making any contributions. All they do is sit and wait for their pay. According to Premium Times, Nigerian lawmakers are among the highest paid in the entire world, and yet these dormant lawmakers still demand for a review of their salaries. Let's be real, this type of lawmakers needs to be reviewed. Recalled rather. Moving on, there's a high rate of political apathy in Nigeria. If the recall process is easy and legitimate, it would enhance public participation, ensuring that the voice of the people is effectively heard. In addition, there are lots of problems with the recall process: judicial interference, security challenges, bias by INEC, and there are a lot more where that came from. There have already been multiple alterations to the 1999 Constitution, and its time Section 69 is reviewed and altered as well. Also, reviewing the recall process leads to the establishment of clear and standardized guidelines for initiating and conducting recalls, given as our current recall process is quite ambiguous. In 2018, Senator Josh Newman was recalled just because he voted to support a 12-cent per gallon tax on gas in California, while in Nigeria we have senators who have allegedly supplied kidnappers and armed robbers with weapons and money, yet they still remained on seats. A review can also incorporate international best practices in the recall system, aligning Nigeria's system with global democratic standards. Furthermore, a review fosters public trust. A well-functioning recall process can enhance public trust in the political system, and Nigeria needs this desperately. According to Punch News, the process of recalling senators is so tedious that to achieve this is like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, and this is why no lawmaker has been recalled since the inception of our democracy. Thank you.
Well, it's landed. A round of applause. Please do not let us prompt you before you applaud. How many minutes did he say?
Oh well, he saved less than a minute. He had about 40 seconds to go.
Okay.
So I mean that was quite the judicious use of his time. We will now hear from the motion opposer, Stephen Aniebet Harry. You are opposing the motion that the recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. Your 3 minutes start now.
Pardon me, we are going to have to reload. Are you ready now?
Fantastic. Please
Let's
go
go.
on, darling.
Sadly, it has become a normal thing in Nigeria for elected person to rely on the trust and support of electorates in order for them to meet their dreams of serving the public in Senate as lawmakers, only for them to forget the campaign promises made and act in manner like they are God, seemingly saying to the public that they cannot be checkmated or held accountable for their action and inaction until next electoral year. Good day, radio hosts, co-debaters and audience. My name is Harry Stephen, a student of Government Technical College Ikotun, and I'm here to oppose the motion that states the court process should be reviewed. But before I proceed, what is recall politically? Recall is the power reserved to voters through petition demand the removal of an elected official. Now to my point, firstly, it should not be reviewed as lawmaker may see the chance of the ignorance of average electorates to ensure that it's hard for them to be recalled. Secondly, it is a waste of parliamentary time talking about reviewing such a process when there are other issues affecting Nigeria which need urgent discussion. Thirdly, a law that has been part of our system since 1911 and is written in the 1999 Constitution was being used in the first in 2017 on Dino Milaye and failed. Why? Because of the power the lawmaker has to keep themselves in the system. So why call for recall? So why call for review? Also, Bob Marley once said, and I quote, Give them a inch, they will take a yard. Give them a yard, they will take a mile. End of quote. Lawmaker may seize this opportunity to earn more session, which will be on the cost of taxpayers' money. Therefore, no to review. Furthermore, constantly reviewing of the recall process might convey lack of confidence in the democratic mechanism already in place, potentially breaking down public trust in the political system. Moreover, resource allocation. Conducting review might consume significant resources in terms of time, money, and manpower. These resources can be better used in addressing more pressing issues, or these resources can be better used in addressing more pressing issues or improving other aspects of the political aspect. Also, upholding the current recall process would respect legal continuity, ensuring that established law and guidelines would be respected and followed, maintaining the rule of law. In addition, public confusion. Frequent review of the recall process might confuse the public, leading to lack of understanding and trust in the political system. In conclusion, lastly, purpose for abuse. The review might be misused for political revenge or insignificant reasons. In conclusion, legal uncertainties. Too frequent review can create legal uncertainties as lawmakers and citizens might find it challenging to keep up with the rapidly changing recall procedures. This could create an unintentional recall procedure. Thank you.
All right. We are going to have to go into the rebuttal rounds immediately because of our time.
That's right. And we will start with the motion opposer, Stephen Aniebet Harry. You are the motion opposer. You'll now get 3 minutes to rebut the points that your opponent made. Your 3 minutes start now.
Still on the existing order of protocol, I remain Stephen Harry, and I'm here to refute what my opponent have said. He mentioned in his last statement that no lawmaker had been recalled. Well, like I said, in 2017, Dino Milaye was actually recalled. Dino Milaye was supposed to be recalled, but his record failed because of, according to the INEC president, the percentage of the signatures required wasn't met. Also, he said reviewing of this recall would enable clear guidelines. Well, there are so many things that have been reviewed, and you know our country, we're in a country where no matter how we try to make law transparent or flexible, the government still have their way over it. When you talk about clear guidelines, let's give an example. The election, they brought out digital ways for youths to be empowered to go and vote, and a promise that they're going to see the transparency of the election. But what happened? All those did not happen. Also, he talked about recall easily. Well, no matter how the law is going to be reviewed, it's possible for the people that made the law themselves to be recalled easily. Also, said lawmakers are just there to remain on their seats. Well, because corruption have happened in Nigeria, that's what lawmakers do. no matter how we review the recall process over and over again, lawmakers will still go there to remain idle because they have the power to actually keep themselves in that system for as long as they want. Thank you.
Well,
Okay, then.
round of applause.
Harry had a smug smile on his face. It's not that said, doesn't matter what you do, it is what it is.
It is, isn't it?
But we will now hear from the motion supporter, Minanengyiofori David. He's in SS3, 15 years old, and a student of New Hall International School. David, your 3 minutes start now.
Minanengyiofori David still name. I'm here to counter some of the points made by my opponents. In your opening statement in your presentation round, you said some of these lawmakers forget their campaign promises. And yes, I agree with you. They do forget their campaign promises, and they just come to seats and eat the country's money. So we should review our recall process to remove these type of lawmakers and put people there who are going to actually fulfill the reasons why they were put. You also said that it's a waste of time. So how is it a waste of time? Because in section 69 in the Constitution, it's written that if the electorates lose confidence in this lawmaker, they are allowed to recall him. So it's not a waste of time because it's our right, and we should practice this. You also said the first time the recall process was practiced was in 2017, but this isn't true because senators like Solomon Lalong and Ibrahim Mantu were attempted to recall, and this wasn't in 2017. You also said that something about lack of confidence, and you said it's democratic, but it's basically not democratic because we put these senators in seats and they go there to mess up the country and make laws that don't favor their constituents. So if we review the recall process, we'll be able to remove these people from their seats because they are misusing their power. And you mentioned again that it's a waste of time, money and manpower, but it's not because it's our right and we are carrying out our rights. You said something about legal continuity, and the recall process has just been there in section 69. We have basically not used it. The only time we used it was in some cases, and they all failed. And this is not because the senators were righteous or innocent, but because the recall process is too rigorous. You say that we lack understanding of the recall process, and yes, we do lack understanding because the recall process is so cumbersome to carry out that mere electorates, mere citizens won't understand the process of recall. So that will lead to them not voting for them to be recalled, and this leads to political apathy. So we should review the recall process to make it easier for most citizens and electorates to understand. In your rebuttal round, you also said that there was not enough signatures in Dino Malayi's recall process. And yes, because our constitution demands for 50% of electorates to sign the petition for the senator to be recalled, and 50% is just too much. Places like Philippines, where it's 25%, the recall process has worked properly, or the United Kingdom, where it's just 10%. And you also said that they just remain on their seats. And yes, why would we vote someone to the House of Assembly and they just go there, sit there and eat the country's money? People like this, they deserve to be recalled, and better lawmakers should be put in those seats to make sure that the reason they're put there is actually carried out. Thank you.
All right then, Lagos. I believe we can go into the closing rounds. We've got 6 minutes.
No, I would recommend against it.
Okay.
Let us breathe.
All right then.
Let our people breathe. Okay, guys. Interesting debate so far, and this applause, it starts for David, but it's also applied to both David
and Harry
and Stephen. The battle between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Who wins?
Oh wow!
The king or the martyr? We'll find out today.
That's right.
All right. Let's take a quick break. Again, you are reminded we are streaming live on our social media handles. That's Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook. Also on YouTube, we're streaming live. If you've not been able to continue with the live stream of this second debate because you are stuck with the live stream of the previous debate, please refresh your feed now. The second debate is not on the same stream as the first. Okay, there is a new stream. Check your device, or just refresh or close and open it.
Right.
You will see the latest live stream there.
Right. For sponsorship, or you want to partner with the team, call 070-3498-4352. 34984352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
A quick word, and we will be back.
Lagos, I know I'm not the only one who gets worried or bothered about getting quality pre-owned gadgets or accessories, especially when I'm trying not to break the bank in getting a brand new one, if you know what I mean. And if you have that same concern, then you'll be interested in the gist I'm about to give you, okay? And this one is coming from Obiwizi, Nigeria's e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. Lagos, with Obiwizi, it's quality guaranteed. And the part that calms me is that it comes with a warranty. Yes, Lagos, they are Nigeria's home for gadgets with warranty, where you can purchase all your favorite gadgets and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. So you see, you have nothing to worry about. Obiwizi has got your back. And guess what? You can also trade in your older devices to newer models in a simple and convenient way. So if or whenever you decide to sell off your device to meet that important cash obligation, then Obiwizi is definitely your guy. And you don't have to worry about delivery because Obiwizi delivers nationwide with offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin. So don't waste time. Call Obiwizi today on 0813-943-5241. 0813-943-5241. Or you can visit their website at www.obiwizi.com. That is OBIWEZY.com. Or you can send them an email at info@obiwizi.com. That is info@obiwizi.com. You can also reach out to them on social media. Yes, they are there. On X, you can find them at Obiwizi, that's OBIWEZY in small letters, but they're temporarily not available on Instagram due to the activities of scammers and impersonators. So please, Lagos, watch out for any fake page. Remember, Lagos, if you need to purchase your favorite gadgets or accessories, whether brand new or pre-owned, Obiwizi is your guy.
This is a Beg to Differ on Hard Facts. The conversation continues in a moment. More talk, news, and sports after this.
What to give your employees, partners, and clients during the holiday season. Sure Gift vouchers are the best way to give them exactly what they want. And guess what? Employees thank their HR for the best gifts when they get the Sure Gifts vouchers. For businesses, there's no need for logistics, warehousing, and delivery headaches. Sure Gift vouchers are redeemable at top stores in Nigeria like Spar, ShopRite, and many more. Simplify your life and be one of all the 1,000 smart companies already using Sure Gifts. Call 0191251160 today or email hello@suregifts.com.ng.
It's subsidy season. Win fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, and airtime in the Hair Subsidy promo brought to you by Hair's Insurance Group. When you renew or buy any motor insurance plan from Hair's Insurance Group, you get an instant gift and qualify to win one of 25 fuel vouchers worth 100,000 naira each. Yes, that's right, a 100,000 naira fuel voucher. The Hair Subsidy promo is open from now until December 31st, 2023. To renew or buy a motor insurance plan, chat with Prince on WhatsApp number 0911 400 9420 or call 0700 434 7746. Terms and conditions apply. Approved by the FCCPC and NLRC.
Start your day and have a good time. Even when you need to clear your eyes. Or when you need to have the break time. If not tea, papa gari time.
Good time moments with Kivo Creamer.
If not tea, papa gari time.
Some say the location and top-notch architecture is the best feature of Chateau Royale's Halivine residence in Lekki Ajah. Others say it's the underground electrification and 247 lights, proximity to Novari Mall, the sea of O that comes with it, and the endless investment opportunities, all at a starting price of 3.5 million naira. For your Halivine residence 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments, semi-detached and terraces, call 0809 019 4101. That is 0809 019 4101. Or visit www.chateauroyaleng.com.
Being a new artist in the game, mastering your riffs, finding your sound, and pushing your career at the same time ain't easy. Introducing Pepsi Music Academy in partnership with Empire, a music development program created to discover, train, and showcase the next generation of confirmed Nigeria music stars. Scan the QR code on any of our cool interactive Pepsi bottles or visit www.pepsimusicacademy.ng to register for free and stand a chance to kickstart your music career with a 2-year record deal with Empire. Follow Pepsi_Nigeria on all social media platforms for more. Pepsi Music Academy. Stardom begins here. Pepsi. Thirsty for more.
Let there be.
Whatever you wish for this season, Amazon delivers. With Eddie Murphy's latest festive family hit, Candy Cane Lane.
Don't freak out.
Dirty your December with gritty action comedy, Twisted Metal.
This is gonna be fun.
And Richer is back in action for a bigger than ever season 2.
I don't hit soft.
So whatever you wish for this festive season, it's right here on Prime Video.
I'm enchanted. Let there be love.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We have entered the round of 16 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. Lagos, Nigeria, meet your debaters. For Monday, it's Akilo Charles versus Ogunaye Ayomide.
Banning former governors from taking government appointments opens a wider pool.
And Emmanuel Bethel versus Uzawane Emmanuel.
Whenever people vote, the political agenda has led to over 5 million deaths worldwide.
On Tuesday, it's Jonas Faustina versus Oganemega Magrimo and Stephen Aniebet Harry versus Minanengyiofori David.
They are sent to school so that we can be able to break down barriers of culture.
So imagine how good the economy will be if mechanized farming is widely practiced.
On Wednesday, Kabra Theophilus will meet Jewel Iniolua at 4 p.m. and at 5, Oluwalade Demilade faces Claire Maker. On Thursday, Oladimeji Deniola will go head-to-head with Mary Uke Ashia, and at 5, Daniela Ogaga will face Richard Naomi.
The audience, can you tell me they will bite you? No, because I can bite you anyhow.
Now, there's no denying the fact that the roads are actually bad, and you need a fast move.
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. 32 debaters, now 16, one winner, 1 million naira. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Joins the contestants, Femi Obong-Daniels, and me as we travel this journey together. Supported by Obiwisi and Booker Hut. For sponsorship, please call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
Welcome back to the second debate of the second day of round of 16 debate between 15-year-old Minanengyiofori David of Newhall International School, SS3, his class, and 16-year-old Stephen Aniebet Harry, Tech 3 student of Government Technical College.
Indeed, it is now time to hear these brilliant lads rest their arguments. We will start with the motion supporter, Minanengyiofori David. You have 3 minutes.
Hang on. A quick reminder of what the topic of debate, in case you had missed it.
Okay, well, that's fair.
The recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. Should it or should it not be? David had argued that it should be reviewed, the recall process for lawmakers. And Stephen has argued that it should not be reviewed. And now for their closing arguments.
Right. We will start with the motion supporter. David, your 3 minutes start now.
There's nothing new under the sun. Where there is a will, there There's a way. Minanengyiofori David is my name, and I'm here to close my arguments. The recall process is quite expensive. INEC reviewed that they spent over 100 million on the failed recall attempt of Senator Dinomalai. Also, it helps to prevent bad leadership. If we are putting lawmakers in seats and they don't carry out the function which they are meant to do, they are meant to be recalled. Also, it is a democracy. A democracy is a government for the people. This doesn't just entail putting these lawmakers in seats, but we can remove them if we don't deem them fit to occupy that space anymore. It also serves as a tool of checks and balances because we are ensuring that these lawmakers are carrying out the function that they are meant to do. The signature threshold as well is very high. It's in the Nigerian constitution. The signature threshold for a recall of a senator is 50%. That's half of the registered voters. And since there's a high rate of political apathy, tell me where you see like more than half of the voters to come and recall a senator. In the general elections, not even all these voters go out to vote. So imagine what will happen during the recall process. The countries like Philippines, the signature threshold is 25% and 10% in the United Kingdom. According to BBC News, kidnappers nicknamed Osama and Small confessed to thousands of armed robberies, and they blamed Senator Dinomalai of supplying them with weapons and money. The recall process has 3 stages: the petition, the verification, and the referendum. And it might sound easy this way, but wait until I break it down. During the petition, up to, like I've said, half of the registered voters needs to sign. Then INEC goes and spends almost 90 days verifying these signatures. And in the span of these 90 days, corruption and altering of the results probably happen. And during the referendum, less than the people decreased amount of the people who signed the petition come out to actually vote in the referendum. Also, there hasn't been any documented case of a recall of a senator, and this isn't because our lawmakers are righteous, but it's because the recall process is too cumbersome. So if the recall process is reviewed and made easier, senators who don't fulfill their reason for being on seats would be recalled. Lastly, the process doesn't work. So what is the point of having something in our constitution that doesn't work? Right now, the recall process is basically just occupying space in our constitution. It's almost as if these lawmakers made the recall process this cumbersome so they wouldn't be recalled. Now I know that I've been able to convince you that the recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. Thank you.
All right then.
A warm round of applause for his closing argument.
We will now hear from Stephen, opposing the motion that the recall process for lawmakers should be reviewed. Stephen, it is time to rest your case. And your 3 minutes start now.
Still on the existing order of protocol, here are my closing remarks. 1. Existing legal law frame. The current recall process is established on the legal framework of the country and provides structural mechanisms for electorate to express their insatisfaction with their representatives. 2. Avoiding political manipulation. Reviewing the recall process can open the process for political manipulation, where the decisions will be in partial favor for a certain group against another. 3. Election remains the primary means of holding the lawmaker accountable. Let recall be reserved for more crucial reasons to remove the representative. And also, my opponent said about we carrying out our rights. Well, we're in a country where carrying out our rights is actually not right. Also, if in an aspect where students are allowed to choose the type of punishment they will be given anytime they offend the school authority or school management, what do you think the children will do? Is it to make it more satisfactory for the school management or to make it less punishable for them? Just like what the lawmaker will do. You heard it saying that the lawmaker have made this process very hard for them to be recalled. How sure are you they will not make it harder or even more harder so that they can be able to balance very well and know that no matter what they do, the recall process will always be in their favor? Okay. You also said the recall process is expensive. Then how sure, if the recall process is expensive, then the review, how sure are you that the recall process, after the review, the recall process will not be more expensive than what it already is? Because our lawmakers are people that they don't really think about the citizens. They think about how to actually benefit their own self. Thank you.
Okay then. In this debate, there's been some basbos and some stray bullets flying left, right, and center. And that's the beauty of having young kids sit here and discuss these topics.
16-year-old Stephen and 15-year-old David. It has come down to the wire. The young lads have done their part. It is now in the hands of the judges. Nigeria, you have heard the debates. Who won in your mind? I know you cannot wait to share your thoughts, and we will come to you. We'll allow the judges to put their scorecards together. Give them a few minutes. It's an opportunity for us to take one last word from one of our partners.
Yeah, before we do
progress.
that, it would be nice to give an honorable mention to Stover Industries. They are the makers of Swiss air freshener and body care products. So they are ensuring that the kids stay groomed and fresh.
I've seen the packages. I want one. I want
I
one.
know. There's this cute little ribbon on it. I'm like, oh. Anyway, thanks to Stover Industries for making that possible.
We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is the festive season. And the one brand that is looking to help you celebrate in the most efficient and enjoyable way possible is Buka Hut. Yes, get ready for an unforgettable celebration this festive season because Buka Hut is firing up the excitement with the sizzling outdoor catering services it has on offer this season. Buka Hut brings you a buffet extravaganza, an outdoor bar serving up refreshing vibes, as in drinks, ladies and gentlemen, a suya and grill stand firing up all the flavors, and a mala spot for that authentic Naija experience, emergency bookings for those who have spontaneous moments where they need food for bulk orders for your hungry squad, and so on and so forth. Amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Buka Hut is not just catering. They are creating moments that will last. Yes, for you and for everyone that you love. And the best part about it is that it is all at your fingertips. Simply pick up your phone and dial 0700 055 0055 or slide into Buka Hut's WhatsApp with the number 0812 882 6279. Let Buka Hut make your celebration an unforgettable experience. Thank me when you find out it is for real.
And so it is decision time in the battle between Stephen and Goliath. I'm sorry. David and Goliath. No, sorry. David and Stephen. Yes.
Oh, Lord, have
I finally
mercy.
got it. What's wrong with my brain?
It's because, when you hear of David, you automatically think of Goliath.
Do I think it's funny?
It is funny.
Okay. Stephen and Goliath, David and Goliath, David and Stephen. So how did it go? Are our judges' scorecards in?
Yes.
All of it.
Yes.
I have not fully recovered from the last debate and how it ended.
It was so close. And my heart just kept palpitating.
For context, Noma won on the scorecards of judges Ama and Chike.
Right.
And lost on the scorecard of Judge Ishoma. So, but it was just numbers, and the numbers were close in all three scorecards.
Indeed,
all three. But there was just that extra 2 points that
it was really close.
Let's do this one.
It's enough to have one discombobulated.
It's heartbreaking. May it not be so heartbreaking this time. The jury is out. The verdict is out. This time, I will start with Judge Ama. Judge Ama, for the presentation rounds, scored David 14 points, Stephen 10.5 points. For the rebuttal rounds, Stephen, 14 points. Pardon me. It's David first. David, 14 points. David, 14. Stephen, 6.5 rebuttal. For the closing rounds, David, 9 points. Stephen, 6 points. For style, David, 8 points. Stephen, 7 points. For a total of 45 points to David and 30 points to Stephen.
And that brings us to Judge Ishioma's scorecard. In the presentation round, Judge Ishioma awarded 15 points to David and 19 points to Stephen. In the rebuttal, Judge Ishioma awarded 11 points to David and 6 points to Stephen. In the closing rounds, Judge Ishioma awarded 11 points to David and 9 points to Stephen. For style, Judge Ishioma awarded 9 points to you, David, and 7 points to you, Stephen, with a total of 46 to 41 in favor of you, David.
It would seem so far the rebuttal round has been Stephen's albatross. Might it change with the chief judge?
.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And so to Dr. Chike's scorecards we go. For the presentation rounds, David, 18.5 points. Stephen, 10.5 points. For the rebuttal rounds, David, 12 points. Stephen, 4 points. For the closing rounds, David, 9 points. Stephen, 6 points. For style, David, 8 points. Stephen, 6 points. For a total from the chief judge's scorecards of 47.5 points to David and 26.5 to Stephen.
And now to the standby judges scorecard. We have 58.5 to 24 in favor of Minanengyiofori David.
The verdict is out and it is universally unanimous. Stephen, 97.5 points. David, a whopping 138 points, 0.5. Congratulations, David.
Congratulations to you, David. You have advanced to the round of 8, on to the quarterfinal. It was a beautiful contest. We, your moderators, thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, as did the judges. But as you know, there can only be one winner. Well done, Stephen. You were a formidable opponent. David, when you exit the studio, you will get your topic for the quarterfinal. Beware, it's going to get tougher. But well done all the same. And congratulations to you both.
And let me say, Stephen, it's been a brilliant performance all the way to here. You fell short today, I'm not sure what the fundamentals were, what the indications were, but in certain respects, the fire was there, but not enough. And it could get better. I know you are in your final year, and it's probably our last opportunity to see you at the I Beg to Differ debates.
Hopefully, you can coach,
But as
other students.
as this door closes, great new doors of supremely brilliant opportunities open up before you.
Yes, and you can, of course, boast that you were once a debater of the on the prestigious radio station Nigeria Info 99.3. And look, there's evidence, so you will not have to explain tire, okay?
So well done. Your first battle was not easy, but you did the job. Your position was tough, but you conquered on that occasion. So take heart and continue to grow. I wish you all the very best in your endeavors as you grow and continue.
All
Any
right,
last
then.
words?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For gracing I Beg to Differ Students Debate Competition Season 6 with your glorious voice and talent.
All right, Lagos, Nigeria, it is time to hear from you. You have heard both debates.
And for David, 2 Goliaths down. Next one is in the quarterfinal. What new gigantic opposition might you face? We know already.
Well, we do. We do know.
It will be the battle of the names.
That's right. Ogene Mega Magrimo versus Minanengyiofori. David. Okay.
I suspect I will lose a few teeth on the day.
Well, I'll be here to help you.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, then.
Let's get back to the audience and let's hear from you. You heard the debate. Were you impressed? How about the decisions? Did our judges did their best? The numbers.
Well, we
It
see
looks like we have the full
already.
the full complement of our numbers.
Indeed.
Yes. Hello. How are you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
I am Mr. Andrew from Lagos.
Welcome, Mr. Andrew.
Abade,
Ofono.
God bless you. I have been highly impressed by this kid. They are advancing.
Please turn down the volume of your radio set.
Or move away from the radio so we can hear you clearly.
Thank you. I like to advocate that from this quarterfinal they should be given something, please. These guys are impressing Nigerians, please.
They've been taking.
I'm looking forward to.
We're giving them something.
Yeah.
At this from the quarterfinal.
Oh, they
given a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice one.
Nice
one. We're working on that. Okay.
Thank you very much. But they all get packages.
Yes.
Every round of the debate.
Yes, I know what he's saying.
Okay.
And I kind of concur. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. 0700 993 993 993. That's the general line. Our ladies only line. The general line is working. If you're a gentleman, please do not call the ladies line or we will chase you away. It's 01 465 7190.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm fine. I already chose my team, Team David. The Goliaths are going to be slayed.
Okay.
I'm sure of that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I see him already winning the quarterfinals. I trust him. He will always slay Goliath.
This
get ready.
pressure,
Yeah.
this pressure you are putting on this young lad.
Is that David that ran away from Absalom?
The pressure might just get worse. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
Very well.
Yeah.
Oh, kudos to you, the presenters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Austin, calling from Lekki.
Welcome, Austin.
Father, I want to thank you immensely for raising the bar where our beloved sister Sandra stopped. Not all those ones that will say that they will continue for where somebody stopped and they were messing up. And kudos to our young generation for, setting the pace. In fact, I'm short of words. These young ones have, made me proud tonight. Especially these guys that debated this evening. Kudos to your management. Kudos to the parents of these young ones. And kudos to their teachers. And kudos to their schools. I want to thank the management of Nigeria Info to keep the flag flying.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll take one last call, perhaps.
No, we got some time.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
Don't worry.
Okay. The GM says not to worry.
Yeah.
And worry we won't.
Femi and the traffic team should go and sleep.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, hello.
Anok, welcome.
Yeah, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from New Jersey, United States. The job you guys are doing over there, I really appreciate what you guys are doing for
unfortunately, we can't hear you clearly, Anok. It's really hard to hear you.
Did you say from New Jersey?
I thought I heard that.
Yeah. Please do call back. There's something wrong with the connection.
Hello. Oh, sorry about that. Call us back if you can. Hello.
Your personal credit limit will be...
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Credit limit when we are receiving a call.
Hello.
Hi there.
Yeah, Femi and Yvonne.
Hi.
You people are simply the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are simply the best. And your kids are wonderful. And, David is absolutely deserved of the winning. I just wish him that he goes further, at least to the finals. Thank you so much for this wonderful program. Thank you.
Thank you
Philo
so
is my
much.
name. I'm calling from Lekki.
Thanks, Philo. Thanks for joining us.
Then.
Yeah. Interesting. Hi there.
Hello.
Yes, please. How are you doing? Walk away from your radio.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry, lady. Call us
We
back if
lost
you can. Hello. Oh, what's that buzzing sound? Hello.
Yeah, evening, Yvonne.
Good evening
Welcome.
to you.
Yeah, you have one on the line. I'm calling from Ekwe.
Welcome.
Good to hear from you, huh?
Yeah, the guys are doing well. Kudos to David. Well, I'm looking forward to the first debate tomorrow. Yeah, I think that is the bulldozer.
Okay.
So, kudos to you guys.
Join the queue of those of us waiting for that debate.
I'm in the front already.
Okay.
Yeah, great job. You guys are trying.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you so
please.
much. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good
Yes,
evening to
please.
you. We can hear you.
Are you sure you didn't call the ladies' line?
Yeah, the male line is not working, is it?
It's
it is working.
It's working. Try again. Hello.
Yvonne, you are wicked. You just
Hello.
chase the man away. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
Good evening to
please.
you.
Oh, come on.
Kilo de.
We could have excused that gentleman. But please do call us again. The regular line is working. Hi.
Hello, good evening.
You are calling the female line. Call
if
the
we said
male.
bye-bye to somebody, we'll say bye-bye. The regular line for the men, 0700 993 993 993. Please don't call the ladies' line because the regular line is working. So we can hear our ladies too. Hi there.
Hi, Femi.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yes,
Good evening, Yvonne. Thank
Good
you
evening
for this
to you.
wonderful job.
Thank you.
I'm so happy David was able to slay today. It's good. I think I spoke about something last week. I said, when everybody was saying, oh, Theophilus, I said, listen, there was a guy I listened to last week, Monday or Tuesday. He was on point, and that's David. And I'm sure everybody's seen it now. I see David in the final, and that's my opinion.
Okay.
Let's watch it. See.
Okay then. We still have the quarterfinal, the semi-final, and then the grand finale to go. So well.
Here's an interesting message from Ene, I think from Aja, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Ene from Aja. It says, these children make my day better. I'm so proud of them. And the quarterfinals, dead body goes surplus. It says.
Figuratively, of course, not literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's this one. It says, congratulations, David the Giant Killer. Well, that's just the way it is. Giant killers are not easily killed. Patrick Ebo. Don't forget, it's the Old Testament one. The Old Testament is winning over New Testament. Well, it happens.
Sorry about that. Hello.
Hello, anybody home?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello.
It's okay, calling back.
Okay, let's hear you.
Hello, it's okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm calling for Saram.
Okay.
So, I want to know which one is David and which one is Stephen. Because at one point, I did not even, I couldn't recognize them again.
Oh, you should have...
David, is he the one, the slow and steady?
Yes, yes.
David, is he the slow and steady?
Look.
Yes, they I don't know how to express it. So, but we would explain it to you tomorrow. We got to go. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Thank you very much for the broadcast. Thank you to our teams. You guys have been wonderful. At 4 p.m., Yvonne and I will be here again
That's
tomorrow.
right.
Until then, have a blessed rest of the day.
Bye.
When you got somebody you love.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3